Hi everyone, welcome to All Inspired. My name's Amanda, and on my channel I like to do a lot of homemaking content, and hopefully along the way I will inspire you with some of my shenanigans. I did remove a popcorn ceiling in my laundry room. I wanted to test it out and see if I could do it, and I definitely can. And it's not that hard, except for it makes a huge mess. I should have laid down some plastic or something, but yeah, the hardest part is cleaning up this mess. If you want me to go in depth more on exactly how I did this, I can. But I was actually considering doing this to our whole house, which I do believe that I would be able to get it done, but I think I will need some type of tool that attaches to the end of the vacuum where you can kind of vacuum up some of the mess as you go, because this was just a disaster. But my husband and I went ahead and moved our washer and dryer. It was like right there when you walked in the room, you came in through the garage and it was like, bam, washer and dryer in your face. And we just had a little patch, a little walkway to get to it. And so we moved it on the other wall. We moved our coat rack around. We moved everything around. We had to patch up some holes in the wall. And I'm just going to give this a refresh, a nice, great new coat of paint. I'm not going to show you all because I'm just painting the same color over it, but I will show you these little patches that I did just to give it a nice, fresh, clean look in this room. It's a small area. The walls have been dinged up and it really had a huge impact. This is what I do with all my stuff when I'm doing a project. I really just try to condense it down as small as I can, and then I just shove it into an area that's out of the way. This is underneath our TV. We don't really need to get to this area, and I just push it up against the wall out of the way. I wanted to go through all of that stuff and make sure that there's no things in here that don't need to be in our laundry room. It's not a large area, and I don't want extra items in there. And one of the things were these socks. I just separated them. I put them in all of our drawers, and in the event we run out of socks, we could just go ahead and pair them together. I also went through all of the bins, and I decided I was going to grab this one because not only do I like it more, it fits on the shelf better, and it's a nicer bin. So I just wanted to grab that and put all of these items inside of it just to conceal. There's a lot of bright colors, but I need these. They're whitener and stain treatment and all that stuff that I need in the laundry room. So I'm going to put all that in there and get it styled up here on the shelf. I'm going to work on this top shelf first, and I want to just put some decor pieces up here. And what I decided to go with is this frame that I have a picture of the ocean that we went and visited last year. I forget where this was taken, but it was in Florida, and it's still summertime here, so I want to keep up the summer decor. I also grabbed that plant from Walmart, which when we were in Florida, there was bushes that look very similar to that plant. And I love the cream colored base and the texture on it. And then I just went ahead and put some extra laundry soap up here. You will see coming up soon where I do with the laundry soap that we'll use daily, but that's just the extras. And then I just put some scent beads and some fabric softener on here. I'm going to put a little glass jar on here, and you're going to be like, it's empty. What are you doing? I ordered some dryer balls. Ours are kind of getting dingy and old, and I just needed some new ones. So I ordered some new dryer balls, and they're going to go in that glass container. And then I just grabbed our little bucket and our little bin, and I'm going to put it up here with all of the items inside. I think this turns out fairly good, but I also believe it could look better. So if you guys have any tips on what I could do to make it look better, let me know. This is where I'm going to keep our everyday stuff that I use. And I found these dispensers on Amazon. They were fairly inexpensive, and the impact that a cool dispenser would have, you don't need it. It's not necessary. But like our kids, and this will wear off in a couple weeks, but because it's new and it's cool, they actually want to use it. So take advantage of that while it lasts, because it doesn't last forever. But I just put these up exactly where I wanted them to go, and then I marked the wall and I made sure that they were level. And I did that because that adhesive thing, once you stick it on there, you kind of want to leave it. You don't want to like reposition it a bunch of times. So I wanted to make sure before I put it on there that it was exactly where I wanted it to be. And then you will see in a few minutes, we fill these up. My kiddo wanted to help. She thought it was so fun. But we do end up filling these up, but I removed them from the wall and I just let them sit on the dryer until the next morning, just to give that little adhesive strip enough time to adhere to the wall. Most of those on the direction, it'll say it needs like 24 hours before you add significantly. So I would just keep that in mind. I just wanted to fill them up just to show you guys what they look like, but I did take them off and let that fully adhere to the wall before I put it back on there. But these little things, I think they're going to be nice and convenient. It'll help me out. It'll help the kids out. They'll be able to know exactly how much to put in there. And so I just love the idea of having these hanging on the wall. You can also use them for other things. I told our youngest that you can use these for rice, and she wants one. I don't even know where we would hang it. So we're not going to be buying it for rice, but she loves white rice, and she totally wanted one of these for her white rice. But I just think it's really nice to have them, and it'll be easier for everybody to get the laundry done. I have this colander in the kitchen. I decided I'm going to get a new one. I want one of those clear ones. I've had this one for probably 8 years now, but I still felt like I could use it. And I went to the Dollar Tree and I picked up this little magnetic holder, and I just have a towel in there and a permanent marker. I prefer to use permanent markers on my dry erase boards because it will not come off until you're ready for it to come off. So all you have to do is spritz it with a little bit of alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and then just wipe it down and it'll come right off. But if somebody accidentally brushes up against it, it won't smear off like the dry erase markers would. I actually just utilize this for a chore chart basically. Because I already had the calendar on hand, I just used it, but I thought it would be smart if I had a weekly calendar, because then I wouldn't have to fill this out every single month. We would just have a whole week and it would just repeat every single week. So that is another great idea, but I just went ahead and put it all on here. Our kids do weekly chores and they also do after dinner chores. And so it just lists out what they are. They rotate between one of them cleans the counters and one of them sweeps the floors. We all have after dinner chores, and that's just the two that they rotate back and forth. And then they just have basic chores for the week, like vacuuming your bedroom, cleaning up your bathroom. They share a bathroom, and so they both have their own responsibilities in there, and they've been doing this for quite some time, but it's just nice to have a visual. I feel like every single night they're like, what chore do I do? What chore do I do? Or they'll be like bickering back and forth, like, well, I did floors last night. And so this just works perfect. They can run in here, look at the calendar, see what their chore is, grab their cleaning supplies, and then go get it tackled really quickly. But since I already got all of this set up, I might as well use my cool fancy items. I'm going to go ahead and throw in my blanket just to get it nice and fresh for this evening. And I'm going to use my scent crystals as well as my laundry soap that I put up on the wall. And I am throwing in just a little bit of Dawn dish soap. I told you guys I'm in a different outfit. It's because I waited till the next morning to hang those on the wall permanently, just because I didn't want them to fall down. But I have a little bit of Tide powder I'm going to toss in there, and then a little bit of the scent crystals. I really, really love vacuuming these up. I've done that for years. I own a cleaning company. When people have pets, sometimes your vacuum can get a little dingy, and even though you've cleaned out your filter and all those things, it just has a little bit of a smell to it. But if you use a little bit of essential oils on your filter or vacuum up some scent beads or scent crystals, it ends up smelling really great. I do like this, but I don't love the shelves. Let me know what I could have done better, because I feel like they look good, but they don't look great. So give me any tips that you have in the comments so that I know. I just feel like it's missing a little something. If you made it all the way to the end, I know this is a little short and sweet, but I feel like I like these videos that get straight to the point. Let me know, what do you guys think? Should I make it longer? Should it stay short?